So my apartment is on the market at the moment, and we weren't told that the owners were selling it until a different real estate through the one we were renting through came to our house and told us that they had to take photos and do open houses and do all these sorts of things. Like, we had no idea that it was happening. We have to leave our apartment every time there's an open house, and the new real estate agent doesn't have keys, so we have to leave our keys with the real estate agent, and that renders us almost useless because how are we supposed to get back into our apartment without our keys? So we have to hang around and wait for them to message us so that we can go back to the apartment to get our keys. But it's just such a waste of time. It's in the middle of the day and it's so frustrating because it's so time consuming. I'm excited to get away from the disruptions and the non-communication that our real estate is giving to us. Our old real estate, currently they're not going to fix any problems. They're not talking to us because they are angry at the owners for selling their apartment through a different real estate. So in the end, like, us tenants are suffering for a decision that the owners made, and it's so unfair. So who knows what that means for my future renting history or like getting a reference. Like, I just have to hope that they are professional about it and just do their jobs and look after us tenants for the few months left on our lease. Since we last spoke, I received this email from the real estate agent just asking me to move pretty much all of my furniture or he wouldn't keep me on as a tenant anymore. So, like, I don't have much furniture. It's so unrealistic. I still need to live here for the time being. So I don't understand what I can do to meet his needs. It's just frustrating to deal with. Like, I go to uni, I go to work, and then I come home and have to try sort all this stuff out for him. And I don't think it's legal asking me to move all my things when I've signed a contract until December to live here.
So I've been renting for 2.5 years now, and I've lived in the same apartment for the whole time, which is really good. With my landlord, like, yeah, I've had a couple of clashes. Where, like, my apartment is, I live above 2 restaurants. So I, like, live in Thurl, which is a small town, and it's like I live right in the town and there's restaurants and everything, and my apartment's above there. That's why there's a dance studio, and then there's another apartment. And for one night I just woke up and I have an ensuite and the floor was wet, just a little bit, like not too much. And so I was like, I almost slipped over and I was like, oh, what? And then the next day I sent the real estate an email and I was like, hey, like, the toilet seal is leaking. Is there any chance you can send someone out? No reply, which is just standard from the real estate. Like, I never get a reply. And then it gradually got worse over a few weeks, and then it got to the point where my whole bathroom floor was covered in water, and there was no point in me even like cleaning it up because it would just come straight back out. Like, every time I'd mop it, it would just be full of water again. And then I emailed the real estate again and I was like, hi, like, you know, it's gotten worse, the leak, and I'm just scared of me slipping over or someone slipping over, because I thought, if I say it's a safety issue, like, I have a bit more to say, like, you've got to fix it. Still no reply. And then probably another week later I get a call off the real estate, like the property manager, whoever, and she was like, oh, like, we need to get someone to fix your toilet today. And I was like, oh, well, I'm at uni and my 2 roommates who are tradies won't be home till 5:30. And she goes, I need to get someone out there today. Like, was just so, like, rude, and, like, was like, I need to get someone out there. And I was like, oh, well, like, it's not gonna work. And she was so rude, and she's like, what about tomorrow? And I was like, I'm at uni all day, same thing. She goes, can you leave a key somewhere? Like, was really pressuring me to, like, give someone, like, a restaurant downstairs, like, my key, which, like, I shouldn't have to do anyway. And then I was like, why? Like, and she said, oh, the restaurant downstairs is having water leaking from their ceiling and, like, dripping into their food. And, like, I know that it would be coming from your toilet because my bathroom's, like, directly above them. She said, there's no point in me sending someone out there if I know where it's coming from. blah, blah, blah. It just so happened that the plumber actually went and knocked on my door and my roommate's girlfriend was in my house. So she did let him in and he fixed it. But it was just like, you don't even care. The only reason you got it fixed was because the restaurant was having water leaking into their food. Like, it's not, she wouldn't have fixed it for me or anything like that.